Hey, what's going on, everybody? I just wanted to do a quick video. I just got this Nikon 85mm in the mail just a few minutes ago, and I wanted to do my own little unboxing, and I'm going to do some separate videos for some thoughts on why I chose this lens, and hopefully down the road some thoughts of what I actually think of it after I get to use it a few times. So let's get into the unboxing. Alright. Warranty card or something. Yeah. It's like we got cardboard. Totally awesome. This is the lens hood. I'm not a huge lens hood person because, like a lot of people, I do like lens flare almost all the time. But it's also good to have it for protection if using it like an event, an outdoor like festival is a really good idea to have something like this just to help with extra knocks against the lens. This is, I guess, it's definitely plastic, but it feels really good. I would say it's, on par with, if you're familiar with the Nikon 24-70 hood or the macro hood or things like that. It's all of that same higher quality plastic. It has a little flex to it, but it's, do you really want extra weight in your hood? I guess it's totally fine. It's going to protect against any unwanted stuff happening to your lens. Alright. Here we got a lens pouch, which I'm pretty sure nobody uses those. It looks like we got a little manual, which also nobody uses. And here is what we came for, and that's literally it in the box. So we got our awesome little plastic clamshell, which seems to work for shipping. I'm already noticing right now this thing has got some definite heft to it, which I like, even though I am in the transition of going to a full prime setup. I still want my lenses to be lighter, but also still feel good, so I think that's super important, and I'm glad to actually hold this thing in my hands. I always freak out that I'm gonna bust this thing open when we do plastic clamshells. Ugh. There we go. Boom. There's a sweet clamshell. It's actually pretty heavy duty, so it's good. You always think, how awesome is a clamshell for shipping an expensive lens, and it's actually pretty good. Alright. Bet the microphone is loving that. Alright. So here we have the lens. Wow, that is super awesome. I'll do some shots of this up close while I gawk at it. Being a gear nerd, I'm in heaven right now. This is great. That is very attractive. So basically, this is super simple. You can probably see in every other video on the internet. It's just, a big, beautiful piece of glass right up here in the front. Simple lens design. It's a very continuous shape. It's not kind of all over the place like the Canon 85 1.2 is. That's a ridiculous lens that's kind of like a weird shape, and this is just a very simple barrel design, and I think is going to be really good for just it looks good, and I think it looks unobtrusive, and again, this thing is very compact. It's lighter than a lot of lenses, but it still feels really good. This one thing I wanted to know when I was looking into getting this lens is kind of like what the outer shell felt like, because a lot of people said it's plasticky or it feels really good, but if you can't get your hands on one, it's really hard to know. And I will say it is a plastic outer shell, it feels like, and it sounds like, but I know the inside of it is metal, and obviously it's weather sealed in the back and through the lens. But it does feel really good, I guess, and again, like the lens hood, I think it's one of those things where if they can cut weight somewhere and not really reduce the overall quality, I think it's fine. What I like, things that feel really good, so like a full metal design would be nice, but again, I think my back's going to be happy with how much lighter this is because of any plastic that they might have used. You just got your one switch for auto focus and manual override or manual focus. The dial feels super smooth, feels a lot like the Nikon 105 macro lens, nice and smooth. Yeah, that looks really awesome. It doesn't even hardly look like anything's moving on the inside when you do that either. The back, you can kind of see the diaphragm blades moving up and down a little bit, so everything focuses on the inside, which is also a feature that I do really like about this lens. So I'm just kind of looking at it here. Kind of like the Nikon 50mm 1.4, it focuses. It's all internal focus, but there's like basically the glass barrel within the lens barrel moves. So if you look at the front of the lens, the glass is actually moving in and out. With like basically the front element is moving, if you're not familiar, and this does not have that, which I really like. So I'm pretty happy, and I'm going to go ahead and put this on my D810 so you can kind of see what that looks like together. Alright, so I am back and I got this on the D810. It feels crazy well balanced. I don't have my grip on this right now. Sometimes I shoot with it. Kind of been starting to shoot without it actually a little bit less. But yeah, it just feels really good, looks really good. I mean, the whole package feels like just a tank. So I am very excited and very happy. I'm actually going to be doing another video here probably pretty soon on why I got this lens and what I had before it. I actually I ordered a lens about a month ago and ended up returning it and getting this instead, so I will make another video about that. So if you are interested, just stop by and I'll hopefully have that up soon. So I just did a couple autofocus tests just sitting here at my kitchen table. I know a lot of people tend to worry about how a fast prime is going to perform in the autofocus department, and while everyone will say, well, it's certainly not as fast as this lens or that lens, I guess I can give some other comparisons like that. The short version is it seems really good. Could it be faster? Yes. Could it be a lot slower? Heck yes. I've used way slower lenses that cost more. So I would say overall, I just given 10 seconds with it, the focus I would give like a speed, I would give 8 out of 10. Obviously I can't determine accuracy, so I think it's going to be more than capable for shooting a wedding or things that aren't moving horrendously fast. And obviously if you're shooting things that are moving horrendously fast, you probably aren't using an 85. Like something like this is not like a sports lens. I'm using this as a portraiture lens, and I just got really excited looking at it again, so that's awesome. So compared to other zoom lenses that I have used from Nikon and Canon, having shot with a lot of their pro lenses, actually ironically most of Canon's pro lenses and a lot of Nikon's pro lenses, I would say the autofocus is not far behind something like that of a 24-70, excuse me. But it is slower, but I guess it's not like, watching ice melt or something like that. It's fast enough, in my opinion, for just about anything that like a wedding photographer or a portrait photographer is really going to need. Obviously, everyone's going to have a little bit different opinion, and I'm just trying to give you mine. I think it's definitely fast enough, and maybe I can show something from that, but it's definitely fast. If you're wondering how fast it is, which is one thing that when I was looking into this lens, like just wondering about it, it's fine. One thing I try to do in my videos is talk about things that I wanted to know before I bought it, and then so that there's more of a wealth of information on the internet about how different people use different lenses. So people are going to use this lens different than I use it. And I think that the more information you have to choose from somebody else, the more informed you're going to be about your decision. So I am super satisfied with this thing. The front element is like totally beast. It feels so good on the D810. Yeah, that's basically what I have to say to it. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments section below, and I would love to answer them because I like answering questions about cool gear. Let's do it. See ya. Thanks.